Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to yet another live stream on Woo English. My name is Hamza, and as always, I will be your host through this amazing session. As always, I can already see that some of you are already waiting for us in the chat. Thank you so much for waiting for us, and we hope you are as excited as I am to start this session. Let me see. Amin is here. Amin is here. Hello, Amin. Welcome to the class. How are you doing? And Ashur Matov, how are you doing? And good afternoon from Morocco. I think it's the evening there in India. Iman is here. Hello, Iman. How are you? Sophia is here. Sophia, hello to you. How are you doing? All right. So I'm very excited to start today's session because it will be a continuation of what we started last Saturday. If you remember, last Saturday we had a grammar session. We talked about a very important grammar lesson, which is pronouns, and we talked about two types of pronouns. Ashurbatov, I'm so sorry if I'm mistaken there. So, where are you from? Where are you from? Sorry, I think that's my mistake. I thought that's from the name, probably because I had some other people again here from India, so that's why I thought the same for you. So, which country are you from? Oh, Uzbekistan. Sorry. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Sorry then. No, he is from Uzbekistan. I think it's Russia. I think it's Russia, if I'm not mistaken. It's part of it. I'm not sure how things work there. Okay, so as I was saying, so last time, last Saturday, we were talking about pronouns and we talked about two types of pronouns, if you remember them. We will review the lesson that we saw last time later. Otherwise, right now, let me start with a quick. So today, we will see two new types of pronouns, which is reflexive pronouns and possessive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns and possessive pronouns, very important types of pronouns that we are going to cover today. But we are going to start with some riddles. I see Russia is a neighboring country. All right, I understand now. So welcome, Ashur Matov. Yes, so I was saying that we will start with a riddle. So riddle is a question that needs a little bit of thinking, and the question for today is: the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? So this thing, the more you take, the more you leave behind you. All right, I hope the question is clear for you. Let me do like this. Nope, it's not clear. All right, so I will go back here. So as I said, so for this thing that I'm looking for, the more you take of it, the more you leave behind you. The more you leave behind you. So what is this thing that we are talking about today? Let me know. A meal. Can you explain to me, I mean, how is it more you take of a meal, the more you leave behind you? How is that possible? All right, so I will give you some time to think, but don't cheat. Don't look on Google. Try to think, squeeze your mind. So, again, the question goes: air while breathing. Very good guess. I really love your guesses. They are very smart, I mean, but they are not the right answers, unfortunately. So, something, the more you take, the more you leave behind. All right. It's actually a language thing. It's not, you don't actually take it. I guess it's education. Not really. How can you take education and leave it behind? We touch it. Kind of. To some extent, we touch it. To some extent. Not really. It's, as I said, it's more language. So think about the things that we use with the verb to take. This is something that we use with the verb to take. So again, one word. Lessons. Nice, nice answers. Your answers are actually very, very clever. I mean, so I take a lesson. I completely agree with you. So I can take a lesson, and at the same time, I leave a lot of lessons behind me. Very, very clever answer, actually, but not the one I'm looking for. A gift. So I take a gift, I leave a gift behind. I don't see how this can work. Let me help you guys. Let me help you. I will help you. I'm very generous today, actually. I'm very generous. So I will give you one letter. It starts with S. So what I'm looking for starts with S. So take. All right, let me see. Salute. A salute is not the answer I'm looking for again. But good. So the more you take, the more you leave behind this thing. Uh, all right, let me give you a hint. The thing I'm looking for, we see it a lot on the beach. On the beach, right? Next to the ocean. So this thing, we find it a lot next to the ocean. The more you take of it, the more you leave behind in the ocean or on the beach. Sand. You are getting very close. You are very close. Getting very close, I mean. Because if I take some sand, there is less sand because there is the thing that I took. The sea. How are you going to take the sea, my friend? How are you going to take the sea? Of course, you can't take the sea. Hello, Ahmed, man. Hello. Welcome. You already came. You are already here. Okay. So again, so the more you take, the more you leave, and whatever we are looking for, it starts with S. All right. I think found it. Amin says, wait, 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 wait. Maybe Amin found what we are looking for. Let's see. Amin, we're waiting. We're waiting for you. So again, the more you take, the more you leave behind. It starts with S. It's very common. You see it a lot, or we see it a lot near the beach or on the beach, actually, not just near, on the beach, actually. I will give you the answers. I will give you 10 more seconds. Related to snails? Let me see. Do you mean shell? Do you mean a shell? It's not a shell. If you mean a shell, if that was you're looking for, it's not a shell. So 5, I think. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the answer is steps. Steps. So the more, so we say in English to take a step, right? To take a step. So the more steps you take, especially around the beach, the more steps you leave behind you, right? So the more steps you leave behind you. A shell is this. A shell is this. Let me share with you an image of a shell. Oops, no shell. Uh, what is it called? There is a shell. A conch. Unfortunately, there is no. Okay, okay. Here it is. All right. This is a shell. This is a shell. What I wrote for you in the chat. So this is a shell, right? Uh, because you said snails, so snails have shells. That's why, and it starts with S. That's why I said probably he's talking about shells. But I was not talking about shells actually. I'm talking about steps, right? Okay, all right. I understood your answer. All right, now we are going to see another one. I have another one for you. Maybe you can make it up. So the second riddle says, I fly without wings, I cry without eyes, wherever I go, shadow follows me. Again, I fly without wings. I cry without an eye. Wherever I go, shade or shadow follows me. This one is pretty easy, actually. This one is pretty easy. I fly without a wing. A wing is what birds need to fly. All right. Salah, hello. A cloud. All right. Sure. Amin is giving us a. All right. You guys are very smart. So, indeed, yes, this is a cloud. So, a cloud can fly. It doesn't have a wing. And a ball. Oh, really? It's not a ball, Ahmed. It's a cloud. So we call these clouds. So clouds they fly without wings, all right? And they cry, meaning when it's raining, it's like the cloud is crying. So they cry and they don't have eyes. And at the same time, wherever there is a cloud, there is a shadow underneath it, right? There is a shadow underneath it. It's always like blocking the sun. They block the sun. All right, so that was that for the first part of this session, which is riddles. Now, let us try to review what we saw last time before we move to what we have today. Okay, last time, so we talked about pronouns. We talked about two types of pronouns, if you remember. But the first thing that we said is what is a pronoun to start with? What is a pronoun? Let me see if any of you remembers what a pronoun is. So, do you remember what is a pronoun? I will give you a hint. So, I can say, for example, John is a nice kid. John studies in university. John loves dogs. John is very clever. John loves to play chess, etc., etc. So, the problem here can be solved with pronouns. All right. Nice, nice. Great. All right. Great is a word to replace. As Sharmat always given us an example. Fantastic. So this is what we said. So pronouns are words that we use to replace words or to replace nouns to avoid repetition. So instead of saying John is my friend, John is older than me, John goes to university, I can say John is my friend. He is, right? He is, right? So in that way, we avoid repeating certain words. Great. Now, last time, if you remember, we saw two types of words. They are here. So, two types of pronouns. They are here in this example. So, what I want you to do is to replace the words between bracket or underlined words with the right pronoun, right? With the right pronoun. Last time, we saw two types of pronouns that we can use to replace the words here. So, John and Mary, John saw Mary, and Mary greeted him. Oh, oops, here there's a mistake. Greeted John. But anyways, so John saw Mary, and Mary. All right, fantastic, Ashur Matubay. So you reviewed your lessons very well. So last time we saw two types of pronouns, uh, a subject pronoun and object pronouns. Indeed, yes. So here we have John saw Mary. So if we want to replace John and Mary with pronouns, what can we say? What can we say? Normally, the sentence should have been John saw Mary and Mary greeted John, right? So John saw Mary and Mary greeted John. There is a repetition of John and Mary. Sometimes they are subject, sometimes they are object. So how can we fix this sentence? Can you help us fix this sentence using pronouns? They and she. Well, normally with John, we cannot use they, we can use exactly right. So she and him. Fantastic. All right. We can replace everything. So I can say, for example, he saw her and she greeted him. She saw her or he saw her and she greeted him. Um, great. They oh, you're talking about number two. All right. Great. So number two is I think already there, right? It's already there fixed for you. Okay. So as I said last time, so pronouns we have two main types. There is subject pronouns, object pronouns. If you are replacing subject, we can use I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. If you are replacing an object, we can say me, you, him, her, it, uh, us, you, and them. All right. So depending on where it is. Okay, so these are the pronouns that we have in English. So I have I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they for subject pronouns, and me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them for object pronouns. Great. Today we are going to introduce two more types of pronouns that we have in English. Let me. Where can I hide myself? I don't know where to hide myself anymore. Okay, I think here is good. So Jane is looking at Rebecca. If we want to replace Rebecca with a pronoun, what can we say? Jane is looking at Rebecca. Rebecca is a woman. So how can we replace Rebecca in this case? Number one. Anyone? So Jane is looking at Rebecca. So what can we say? Of course, yes. Of course, she is a human. Good question. Good question. All right. Ahmed said she and her. Great. Just her. All right. At her or play. Oh, no, no. It's a person, of course. So we can say Jane is looking at her. All right. Jane is looking at her. Jane is one person and Rebecca is another person. Let us now look at sentence number two. In sentence number two, Jane is looking at Jane in the mirror. All right. So here, the subject and the object are the same. So Jane is looking at Jane in the mirror. So the subject and the object are the same. How can we fix this? Amin suggests that we can say Jane is looking at herself. Okay, so in this case, again, we have the subject and the object are the same. So can we use her? All right, though it is since Jane, the second Jane, is in the object position. Can we use an object pronoun like her? Can we say Jane is looking at her, or are we going to use another pronoun? Let us discover. Indeed, Amin is correct. So we should say Jane is looking at herself in the mirror, since she is looking at herself. So the same person. Next one, I cut me with a knife while cutting onion. So I was cutting onion and I cut me. I cut me. So I am the subject, I cut, and I am the object. I am the one who was cut. So I am the subject and I am the object at the same time. Amin says, I cut myself. I cut myself. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I cut myself. We discover, let's see. Absolutely. So I cut myself. Yes, I cut myself while cutting the onion. Last one. Last one. Frank and Matt. So Frank and Matt in the surveillance camera. All right, my hand. Sure, we can say my hand. My hand. Julia, hello to you. I cut myself. Fantastic. We join Amin. Sure. All right. So as I was saying, so when the subject is the same as the object, we use a new type of pronouns that we are going to discover. Let's look at the last one. The last one. Frank and Matt saw Frank and Matt in the surveillance camera. So they saw, meaning they are the subject, and at the same time, they are looking at John or Frank and Matt. So they are looking at, all right. Amin says themselves. Julia says themselves. And let's see what the screen says. The screen also says themselves. All right. The screen also says themselves. Basically, this is the last or the third type of pronouns, which is what we call reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. So let us repeat, please. So we said pronouns are words that we use to replace nouns to avoid repetition. We saw two main types of pronouns. Subject pronouns, they replace nouns in the subject position. Object pronoun, they replace nouns in the object position. The third type that we are talking about right now is what we call reflexive pronoun. So when do we use a reflexive pronoun? When do we use a reflexive pronoun? Do you know? Or from the exercise that we have just seen, when do we use the reflexive pronouns? Let me know in the chat. Come on, people of Facebook, where are you? I never seen you guys comment. So you can try, you two guys can try and use the comment section on Facebook and try to share with us your opinions. Even if it is a mistake, we accept everything here at WooEnglish. We accept it. We accept it all. Please. All right, so I will wait a little bit. No, no ideas yet. We. Let's see. So for Amin, he says we use them if we have the same subject and the object. All right, exactly. So basically, so reflexive pronouns, we use them, all right, Ahmed, when we get two subjects. Or we can say also, Ahmed, you are almost correct. So we can say when the subject and the object are the same. When the subject and the objects are the same. And we replace the object part, okay, with the object part. Let us now look at the reflexive pronouns that we have in English. So subject pronouns, we have I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. For reflexive pronouns that correspond to these subject pronouns, we have myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. And please notice that in the plural, we use selves, selves with VES, all right? And in the singular, we use self with F, all right? Okay, let us now look at this first exercise. In this exercise, we have underlined words, sorry. The object that you are supposed to replace is the same as the subject. For example, number one, Tom reminded Tom of the party by writing a note. Tom reminded Tom of the party by writing a note. So Tom of the subject is the same as Tom in the object. How can we replace the second Tom? How can we avoid repeating Tom in the second case, in the object? Okay, Ashormatov says he reminded himself. Amin says himself. Julius says himself. Any more answers? Okay, exactly. So we should say himself because Tom we say he, so reflexive pronoun corresponding to he is himself. Number two, Julia already says itself. So the cat cleaned the cat with its tongue. The cat cleaned itself. Second, Julia, you are very fast today. You are very fast. Take it easy on us. All right. So let me reveal the second one. Absolutely. So number two, itself. So for it, we use itself as a reflexive pronoun. Number three, Sarah bought Sarah a new dress. Sarah bought Sarah a new dress. Julia, who is very fast today, says Sarah bought herself a new dress. Bought herself a new dress. I mean herself. Yes. Julia. All right, Julia is already in number 5. Wow. I'm coming there, Julia. Let's take it little by little. So I hope I will hear from people on Facebook and Twitter, even, or X. What are you guys? I can see that there are people watching us from Facebook, but I don't see no interaction, unfortunately. And even actually here on YouTube, there are a lot of people watching, but unfortunately, no engagement in the comments. Please, guys, this is how you can learn. You can learn by doing, not just by watching. Please don't avoid being passive while you are learning English. Okay, let's see. Indeed. So Sarah bought herself a new dress. Bought herself a new dress. Next one. The students, or we saw us on the television. We saw us on the television. Julia says it should be ourselves. Ourselves. Did I skip anyone? Ourselves. All right. Ourselves. Okay, number 5. Number 5. So us or for we. So we for the subject, us for the object, and ourselves for the reflexive pronoun. So for the reflexive pronoun, we can say ourselves, right? Ourselves. Next one, number 5. The students should be proud of the students. Julia, are you sure of your answer for number 5, or do you want to change it? Think again. So the students, meaning they, all right? The students. I'm not with them. I'm not with them. Because if I was with them, I should say we. All right. Themselves. All right. Ashurmatov, themselves. Yes. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let's see. Yes. So it should be themselves. Themselves. Number 6. Jake and what's that? I can't see this word. Let me enlarge this. Sorry. And Mia. All right. Jan and Mia. Jake and Mia. All right. Themselves. Sophia. Great job. Great job for number 5. Jake and Mia congratulated Jake and Mia for succeeding. For succeeding. Julia says themselves. Okay. What about the rest of you guys? Mm-hmm. No more answers, unfortunately. All right, so I will repeat it. So themselves, since Jake and Mia. So as Julia said, so themselves because it's they. Same comment. All right, sure. And the last one, John spilled coffee on John. So John, he was drinking coffee and he spilled the coffee on John. How can we say that? All right. Julia. All right. Julia says himself for number 7, the last one. So John, he was drinking coffee and he spilled the coffee on John. Great, Ahmed. Great. Just pay attention, please, to the spelling. All right, to the spelling. So himself, we write it this way. We write it this way, like Julia has written it. All right. All right, let's reveal the answer. Indeed, so himself, since we have the subject, is he. All right, Sophia, great job, great job. Okay, so this was it for the third type of pronouns. So the third type of pronouns, we said him, himself, or reflexive pronouns. So when you are the subject and you are the object at the same time, all right, you are the doer of the action and you are the receiver of the action. It's totally fine. So you are the doer of the action and you are the receiver of the action. For example, I saw myself in the mirror. I am the one who sees, so I am the subject, and at the same time, I am the one who is being seen. Okay, so both I am the subject and the object at the same time. Before I move to the next type, to the last type of pronouns that we have in English, let me very kindly remind you to visit our website, wooenglish.com. If you go to the website, like I'm going to show you right now, and you go to the ebook section on the website, you will find 36 ebooks. And we keep dropping books every week. How cool is that? And what's even cooler is that all these books are available for you guys to read for absolutely free. For example, the last book that we dropped is called Diego Maradona. I'm not sure if there are here any guys who love football. I'm not a big fan of football, but the book is absolutely great. The book, as like all our books, you can read it here. So, for example, here I can read it on the browser if I don't want to download the book. Maybe I don't have enough storage, or I can download it and read it on my leisure time when I don't have internet access. Well, the choice is yours. The choice also of the books is yours because we have a variety of books, different tastes, different types of books, different levels even. So it no matter what level you are at, you will definitely find the right book for you. He is indeed football king. Yes, he is a legend. I don't think there will be anyone like Diego Maradona in the future. I don't think there will be any. So yeah, he was indeed a legend. Social book. You read social books. There are actually some social books on our website. So just please go to the website and find the type of book that you like, and I'm 100% you will find it there. Messi and Ronaldo. Well, Messi and Ronaldo, they are great, but they are not as famous as like uh, Maradona. But maybe I don't watch football. I will be very honest with you guys. I'm not a big fan of football, but I heard a lot, especially when I was young. I used to hear a lot about Maradona. Right now, it's Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, great. Let us now move on to the last type of pronouns. So, Jane. Oh, John. Wait. Uh, let me fix this problem. Let me fix this here. Mm, because it's supposed to be John, not Jane. Here it should be John, right? Let me see. All right, oops. Share this table. All right, let's do this one instead. Thank you. All right, so I fixed it now. I fixed it. All right, so John is looking at John's car. John is looking at John's car. Are you sure, Julia? No, 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 no. Nope. Pay attention, please. Because here we don't have John is looking at John. Here we have John is looking at something that he owns as his property. He is not looking at himself. He is looking at John's car, at the car that he owns, the car that he have or he has. All right. Okay, Julia. Yes. All right. So he is looking at his car. All right. So John is looking at his car. So this is completely different. All right. This is completely different because now we are not looking, John is not looking at himself. He is looking at the car that he has. All right. So this is the difference between the two. Number two, Maria loves Maria's red dress. So she doesn't love herself, she loves a dress that she has, which is red. Okay. I hope it's clear because I see a lot of silence in the chat right now. I hope all is clear. So Julia says Maria loves her dress, her red dress. Okay, let's check. Indeed, so Maria loves her dress. Okay, so not herself. I hope it's clear. When I'm talking about myself, I'm talking about me. But I like this shirt. The shirt is my shirt, all right? So I can say, I love my green shirt. I love my green shirt. Okay. So this is what we mean here. So I'm not talking about myself. I do love myself, but now I'm talking about my shirt, something that I have. Next one, the cat takes care of the cat's babies. So not itself, but the babies that she has. Okay, the babies that she has. So the cat, Maria loves her dress. Indeed, Sophia, indeed. You're a little bit late, but I know that you answered this before. Like you answered this before. I revealed it. I know that you haven't reached the part where we answered it yet. It's great, Amin, but please pay attention. There should be no apostrophe. There should be no apostrophe. Let me give you the difference. It's is different from its. All right. It's with an apostrophe. It's this one that you wrote is actually the abbreviation of it is. All right. So let me show you this. So it's and its are different. So it's with apostrophe, it means it is. It is the abbreviation of it is. So we write it with an apostrophe. But for its, which means possession, that I have something, the cat of or the babies of the cat, here we use its without any. All right, great. I'm glad you understand what's going on. Last one, last one. Catherine and her husband are selling. John and Catherine, what? Catherine and her husband's house. All right. So the last one again, it's referring to the plural, and uh, the pronoun that we should have is there. All right, there. Okay. This type of pronouns is called possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. All right. So possessive pronoun, what do they show? They show possession or ownership. Ownership, that I own something. All right. This is my phone. This is my phone. All right. My. I own it. I possess it. All right. So when I want to talk about it, I can say this is my phone. This is your phone. This is his phone, her phone, its phone, etc. Okay, so let us see what are the pronouns, the possessive pronouns. Sorry that it's still possessive. Let me fix it again. Possessive. All right, so it's possessive rather. Okay, so those are possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns that we have in English. We have I. The possessive pronoun is my, your, him, or his. Sorry, his, her, it's, our, your, and them, or their. Sorry. Oh, a lot of mistakes today. Let me fix them. So we said for this one it's his, and for this one it's their. Sorry for that. So again, so my, your, his, her, it's, our, your, and their, right? So these are the possessive pronoun that we have in English. Let us work on a little exercise. All right, let's see this exercise. So in this exercise, mine, we will see those types of exercises or those types of, of pronouns, Ashormatov. We will talk about them later because they are a special form of the pronouns. All right, they are a special form of the pronoun. We will come back to them in a moment. We will come back to them in a moment. Okay, so Marie lended me Mary's book. Marie lended me Mary's book. So Marie lended me, let me make myself bigger. That's not what I meant. Okay, this is what I meant. Okay, Amin, great. So Amin says her. Marie lended me her. Her. Ashormatov. Nice. Nice. As far as you guys understand the difference between reflexive and possessive. Reflexive and possessive. Reflexive, you talk about yourself. Possessive, you talk about something you have, something you own. All right. Her book. All right, Julia. Let's see. Indeed, yes. So her. I drive my father's car. So I can say I drive. All right, Julia. Great. Number 2, it's his. Yes. His. Sorry, there is another mistake there. It should be just his. Sorry for that. So it should be just his, by the way. Just his, not my his. Just his. All right. Great. Yes, Ashurmatov, that's a mistake. That's a tiny mistake. Sorry for that. It should be just his. Next one. The kids shouldn't leave the kids' toys on the floor. The kids shouldn't leave the kids' toys on the floor. So the kids, so Julia says their toys. I mean, also same answer. Ashurmatov, there. Okay, there. Sorry. All right. There, Iman. The idea of Sarah and Tom is interesting. The idea of Sarah and Tom is interesting. So as I said, so in number 2, there is no my. In number 3, there is no the. Their idea. Iman, were you sleeping? Where have you been? You said hi in the beginning and then you disappeared. So the idea of Sarah and Tom, Iman said their idea. Their idea. Indeed. Indeed. So their idea. Their idea. Okay, next one. There, Sophia. All right. Good. Next one, number 5. The elephant can use the elephant's trunk. Trunk is that long nose that elephants have to wash the elephant. And pay attention, please, for number 5. There are 2 types of pronouns there that you should use. 2 types. Because one, it has a trunk, so it's a possessive. And the elephant is reflexive. So, how can we say that? Number 5, how can we say that? Let me see, Ahmed. It's great. Fantastic job, Ahmed. Fantastic job. Iman? Nice. But Iman, pay attention. So it should not have an apostrophe. It shouldn't have an apostrophe. Because if you put an apostrophe, that's it is. And we can't say it is. It's there it. No, not really. The elephants, just one elephant. Just one elephant. So here it should be its trunk to wash itself, right? Itself. A lot of mistakes today. Sorry. Number 6. Number 6. Number 6. Great. Number 6, I have 2 answers. There is the first one, by my desk or my desk. And the second one, the desk of mine. The desk of mine. But the more correct one is my desk, right? Because we just saw these types of pronouns. Basically, for my friend Ashur Matov, he asked me a very clever answer earlier because the reflexive pronoun that the pronouns that we have seen so far are these. So mine, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. For example, my. Sometimes we can say mine, mine. But here it's different. So I let me give you an example. This I own this phone. This is phone. This phone is okay. So I summarize this in this sentence. I own this phone. I own it. All right. I own this phone. This phone or this is phone. So there is a little gap there. There is a little gap. Maybe let me do like this so that it's clear for you, right? So there is no contrast. So uh, this, I own this phone. So this is phone. This is, we can say my phone and mine. Okay, that's exactly what we are looking for here. It's mine. Great, it's mine. Yes, nice. My and mine. Perfect, perfect. So when I say this is my phone, so my should be followed by the object that you own. All right, the object that you own. My phone, my car, my wife, my house, your bag, his, I don't know, his hat, her jacket, our classroom. All right, so the reflexive pronouns that we have on the screen are always followed by the thing that we own. All right, my bottle of water, their plane, all right, or whatever. Okay, but when we use mine, yours, etc., etc., it are followed by nothing. They are not followed by anything, right? They aren't followed by, all right. So my, mine, my, mine. Great. All right. So you guys got the answer. So here we should say I own this phone. This is my phone since we still have the object there. All right. The thing that we well, that we own, and this phone is mine since there is nothing after mine. So I hope this is clear for you guys. Let us now move to the last exercise. All right. This is the last exercise. So for the last exercise, we are going to review all the types of pronouns that we have seen today, or that we have seen both today and last week. Subject pronoun, object pronoun, reflexive pronoun, and possessive pronoun. So the exercise is here in front of you, and I will let you guys do it. Let me hide myself so that you have a big screen. All right, so I hope everything is clear here. All right, let's see. So she, Amin says, she puts her clothes. She puts on her clothes. But in the second sentence, how can we replace to alone? For the second sentence, okay, let me reveal first the first sentence. Let me see. Sarah puts on her clothes. Great. So, yes, so for the first one, we can say she because it's a subject. And Sarah's clothes, it's a possessive, so we should say her clothes. Her clothes, all right? So the first one, we can say she and we can say her. Number two, the teacher praised Jake because Jake completed the assignment alone. Here, what I'm looking for is an expression in English that includes a pronoun that means alone. Again, I want you here to use an expression in English that has a pronoun in it that means that you did something alone. If you know this, you will make me very happy because I will know that you guys got everything clear. Let me see. The teacher praised Jake but because he completed the assignment himself. I can accept this. I can accept it. All right. Great. Fantastic. This is exactly what I was looking for. An expression in English that means alone without any help, and that includes the pronoun is by himself. I can say I can do this project. I can do this presentation by myself, meaning alone, right? Meaning alone. So this is exactly what I was looking for. So he, because he completed by himself. Fantastic job, Amin. Good job. Next one. My brother and I played the game, and my brother and I enjoyed my brothers and I time. All right. Sophia, indeed. So the first one is he for number two. All right. My brother and I played the game and enjoyed our time. Good job. All right. So someone else and me, we say we. So my brother and I played the game and we enjoyed our time. Sorry, I kept again some mistakes there. Sorry. Number three, my or number four, the children enjoyed the movie. The children clapped at the end. The children enjoyed the movie and we enjoyed our time. Great. Number four, the children enjoyed and they. Great. Because here, remember, the children are a subject. Ashur Matov. Great job. They are subject, okay? They are subject. Shall I reveal? Okay, indeed, they. Last one, it's for animals, for non-animate or for non-human things. The cat chased the mouse, the cat caught the mouse and gave the mouse to the cat's kitties. Again, the cat chased the mouse, the cat caught the mouse and gave the mouse to the cat's kitties. It's a long sentence. Anyone for the last sentence? Oh, really? No one for the last sentence? Come on. I didn't see any attempt. You can just write for me the pronouns if you are very lazy today also. So you can write just the pronouns. All right. Let's see, I mean, it caught it and gave it to its kitties. All right. It's it there. Why did you use there in the end, Ahmed? Because we don't have plural. That S is for possession. The cat chased the mouse, it caught it, and gave it to its kitties. All right. Great job, guys. Great job. So that's exactly it. So the cat is a subject, so we say it. The mouse is an object, but it's also it. The cat, meaning possessive, It's a possessive, so we should say it's cat. It's kitties. All right, great. And with this, actually, we arrived to the end. So we covered all the types of pronouns that we have in English. My last task for you guys is for you now to write for me a sentence or two in the chat. And this sentence that you are going to write should include one, two, three, or four types of pronouns that we have covered. If you manage to write all the types, that will be great. If you manage to write two types of pronouns in the same sentence, that will be good even. If you can write just one sentence with one type of pronouns, that's even acceptable. I don't mind. So your time, guys, or your turn to practice what we have learned today. So please make sure to write for me some sentences that include some possessive pronouns. Not possessive, any type of pronouns, actually, any type, not just possessive, any type. And the more the better. If you manage to write a sentence that includes all type of pronouns, I will be very, very surprised. Okay, so write a sentence and use as many types of pronouns in it as you can. You can use subject, object, maybe subject, object, and possessive, maybe subject, object, and reflexive, maybe all of them. All right, great, Ahmed. I have give my car for myself. Right, so my car for myself, and we have I as a subject. Mm-hmm. Any more? Nice. I mean, always coming up with brilliant examples. I ate my lunch. My friend told me to taste his lunch, so I did. It was very, very spicy, but mine was tasty. That's a beautiful example. Uh, you can also add, "I was proud of myself." Right? That would even add more spices to your sentence. Great. Amin managed to use three types of sentence of pronouns. Ashor Matov, I play football with friend of mine, and his interest is better to play football more than mine. So he is more interested, if you want to say. Right. He's more interested in playing football than you are. Great. I see someone watching us from Facebook. Hello on Facebook. Hello, people of Facebook. Julia, you guys can also share with us your opinions from Facebook. This lesson gave me thought provoking and reflected it on the spot. Oh, okay. All right. So this is your reflection, not your example. Okay. All right. What about some examples, Julia? I can see that you used like a couple of pronouns in your sentence I and it and me. Um, cool. Mhm. I completed the exercise by myself. Wonderful. That's a beautiful use of the sentence or of the expression by myself, which means alone. All right. That's a good example. Lovely. Okay, then. So I think with that, probably, if you still have any more examples, you can, of course, still drop them in the chat. Otherwise, I wanna finish by reminding me you again to visit our website. So let's share that one, right? Don't forget to to you or to to visit our website. This is our website. It has a lot of books, amazing ones. They are downloadable for free. Let me see, I mean, what he wrote. All of us write same thing. So I saw myself in my mirror at night. I was scared, but I realized that was just me. And with this beautiful example by Amin, I think we came to an end to our amazing session. I hope you guys enjoyed this session for about pronouns. Please make sure you join our WhatsApp channel because I will be sharing the summary of this lesson, pronouns, all the four types. I will be sharing the summary on the WhatsApp channel. So make sure you go there. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this lovely live stream and see you in the next one on Wednesday. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.